Powerful people are putting their heads together, working on ways to help hundreds of thousands of college students.
More than 40 presidents of historically black colleges and universities are gathering in Atlanta this week.
And this is a meeting that follows recent U.S. Supreme Court decisions that struck down race-conscious college admissions programs and the Biden administration's student loan debt forgiveness plan. Both rulings have a direct impact on current and future HBCU students. 6 of those schools are right here in Atlanta.
Atlanta News First political reporter Doug Reardon live at Agnes Scott College in Decatur. That's 6 miles east of Atlanta. And also in town today, Doug, the U.S. Education Secretary. You just met with him.
Yeah, we did, guys, just a couple of minutes ago. In fact, inside this building off to my side here, Secretary Miguel Cardona was here talking about education because there is simply so much to talk about, especially here in the Georgia and Atlanta region. We have affirmative action decisions that were recently struck down by the Supreme Court. We have a new round of loan debt forgiveness for college students. And of course, he was here also talking about active shooter drills that because of a Georgia law, kids in every Georgia school will have to go through. He was talking about the mental impact that those have on students. And so we're going to hear a little bit more from him as we kind of work through this interview and put this sound together for 5:30 on student loan debt forgiveness and whether or not there might be more coming. But as you mentioned, also going on in Atlanta today, the United Negro College Fund is holding their annual summit downtown, and we were there as well. With the striking down of affirmative action, the UNCF president told me historically black colleges and universities are in fact expecting an uptick in applications from students who want diverse college experiences. But with a rush of applications, that means, he says, that these schools will also need to expand their resources.
And they're going to need dormitory space. They're going to need more classroom space. They're going to need smart classroom space. Those institutions are seeing an upsurge in applications, but they don't have the facilities or the resources to give great educations to those otherwise disenfranchised students. Let's invest more there.
And so, as I said, we'll hear more from Secretary Cardona coming up at 5:30. We asked him, is there a possibility that after last week with 800,000 people getting their debt essentially wiped out, that there could be another round of relief? His answer coming up in our next hour.